Eggs are often championed as a premier source of top-quality protein, brimming with crucial vitamins and nutrients. What many people miss, though, is that if you don't handle them the right way, they could become damaging to your health in ways you never expected. The bottom line is that whether eggs benefit you or harm you hinges on how they're prepared, stored, and cooked. In this video, we'll walk through 5 widespread mistakes that can make eggs more detrimental than nutritious. Some of these revelations might catch you off guard, especially if you've been cooking and eating eggs the same way for ages without giving it a second thought. But once you're aware of these pitfalls, you'll be able to keep enjoying eggs without the hidden health hazards. Be sure to watch until the end, because this isn't just about steering clear of mistakes. It's about making small adjustments that can have a major influence on your well-being. We'll clarify exactly why poorly handling eggs can be risky, and what to do instead to keep them as a safe, nourishing staple in your diet. If you want to ensure your eggs stay a nutritious superfood and not an unexpected threat, don't miss a minute of this. Let's get started. Number 1. Overcooking eggs. One of the most common oversights is cooking eggs at overly high heat. While eggs contain plenty of protein, healthy fats, and vital vitamins, subjecting them to extreme temperatures can alter their composition in unfavorable ways. When eggs are cooked too long, whether it's frying them until brown and crispy, boiling them until the yolks turn greenish-gray, or scrambling them with intense heat, they undergo oxidation. This process can lead to the development of harmful substances, particularly oxidized cholesterol, which has been linked to raised inflammation and an increased risk of heart problems. If you've ever smelled that strong sulfur scent after boiling eggs for too long, it's a clue you've overheated them. The sulfur in the whites reacts with the iron in the yolk, creating iron sulfide. While that doesn't necessarily turn the egg toxic, it does indicate that some nutrients have been affected by the cooking process. Eating overcooked eggs repeatedly over time can add to long-range health issues, especially for older adults who are already more prone to inflammation-related disorders. Take Robert, age 76. He ate eggs daily for breakfast but always fried them to a crisp. Over time, he noticed more frequent heartburn and digestion troubles. After learning about the dangers of oxidized cholesterol, he began cooking his eggs at a gentler temperature, opting for soft scrambled rather than super fried. Within a few weeks, he felt better overall, with less bloating and more consistent energy. Another drawback of overcooking is the loss of key nutrients. Eggs are a rich source of vitamin B12, folate, plus the antioxidants lutein and zeaxanthin, beneficial for eye and brain health. Long, high-heat cooking can slash the availability of these nutrients, meaning you'll miss out on the full advantages eggs have to offer. If eggs are a big part of your diet, cooking them properly is just as critical as actually eating them. The positive news is you don't need to ditch eggs to lessen these risks. Just be more mindful of the way you cook them. Going with low-temperature methods like gentle boiling, poaching, or soft scrambling can help preserve their nutritional value while cutting back on oxidation. If you're frying eggs, keep the heat moderate and don't let them get overly browned. Even simple adjustments like these can make a significant difference in safeguarding the health value of your meals. Number 2, consuming raw or undercooked eggs. Many believe eating eggs raw or only partially cooked is a fantastic way to maximize nutrients. In reality, it carries serious risks. Though eggs are packed with protein, vitamins, and minerals, if they're not fully cooked, you open the door to dangerous bacteria such as salmonella, which can lead to severe food poisoning. This is particularly concerning for older adults, because a weakening immune system makes fending off infections much harder. You may have unknowingly taken such a risk if you've ever eaten runny eggs, raw cookie dough, or homemade mayo. Although salmonella isn't extremely common, it's nothing to gloss over. Symptoms include fever, stomach cramps, diarrhea, and dehydration, and these can become quite serious in seniors, at times requiring hospitalization. Look at Margaret, 68, who started each morning with a raw egg smoothie for what she thought was maximum nutritional uptake. But one day, she was hit with intense stomach pain and nausea that dragged on for days. After a doctor's visit, she learned it was salmonella. She had never suspected her go-to raw eggs to be the culprit. By fully cooking her eggs, she avoided further health scares while still getting all the nutrients. There's another drawback to raw eggs. They contain a compound called abidin, which grabs onto biotin, a B vitamin key for metabolism and healthy skin, hair, and nerves, and blocks the body from using it correctly. Cooking deactivates abidin, letting you absorb all those good nutrients. Some people argue raw eggs are fine if they're organic or free-range, but any egg might harbor bacteria. Your safest bet is to fully cook eggs, whether scrambled, boiled, or thoroughly poached. If you love runny yolks, pasteurized eggs can reduce some risk, but the safest course is to cook them completely. If you've stuck with me so far, comment 2 below to show you're here. Also, if you haven't already, feel free to subscribe and hit the bell to stay updated. Your support helps keep our content coming. Let's continue. Number 3. Improperly storing cooked eggs. A lot of people never give a second thought to how they keep their eggs once they're cooked, but if they're stored improperly, even a well-cooked egg can quickly become a bacterial playground. Eggs left out too long at room temperature or not cooled correctly can spoil in surprisingly short order. Bacteria multiply quickly in temperatures between 40 degrees Fahrenheit and 140 degrees Fahrenheit, called the danger zone, and can make eggs unsafe to eat in just a few hours. Again, older individuals are more affected by foodborne illnesses. If you've made scrambled eggs in the morning and left them sitting on the counter for hours, then eaten them later, you could be rolling the dice. The longer those cooked eggs stay out, the greater the chance of salmonella, listeria, E. coli, or other harmful bacteria. While refrigerating can slow bacterial growth, be sure to place them in airtight containers and eat them within a few days. Hard-boiled eggs can usually be consumed up to a week later, but scrambled or fried varieties should be used within 3 or 4 days. George, 72, learned this the hard way. He'd cook a big batch of scrambled eggs at the start of the week and store them loosely covered in the fridge. Later, he had repeated bouts of upset stomach and nausea. When he finally stored his eggs in airtight containers and made smaller portions more often, those issues vanished. Additionally, keep in mind that cross-contamination can occur if cooked eggs sit near raw meat or unwashed produce. While cooking does kill bacteria, once the eggs have cooled, they're as vulnerable as any other perishable food. Another detail people often overlook is the proper reheating method. If you've ever microwaved leftover eggs and found them rubbery or noticed a harsh odor, it's because eggs don't reheat well at high power. Besides damaging nutrients, it can produce a tough texture. It's better to warm them gently on the stovetop over low heat with a bit of water or broth. If you must use a microwave, go in short intervals, stirring in between. In short, to prevent illness and get the most out of your eggs, handle them properly, store them in sealed containers, keep them chilled, and don't wait too long to eat them. Number 4. Using damaged or out-of-date eggs. It's easy to turn good eggs into a health hazard by using ones that are cracked or too old. Eggs can look fine on the outside even when they're no longer safe. Salmonella is the most commonly cited risk, and it can be severe for older adults, whose immune systems aren't as robust as they once were. If you've ever found yourself debating whether your eggs are still usable, you're not alone. Many rely only on the expiration date on the carton, but eggs may spoil sooner or last longer based on how they've been handled. A simple way to test them is to put the egg in a bowl of cold water. If it sinks and lies horizontally, it's fresh. If it stands up, it's still all right, but needs to be used soon. If it floats, it's time to discard. Evelyn, 74, was very diligent about her diet, but never gave much thought to checking her eggs before cooking. One morning, she noticed an odd smell when she cracked an egg into the pan but shrugged it off. She soon found herself battling nausea and stomach pain. At the doctor's office, she was diagnosed with food poisoning caused by a bad egg. After that, she began using the water test and hasn't had a problem since. Temperature control is also important. If eggs have been left in an uncooled spot at the store, in your car, or even in your fridge door where temperatures can vary, bacterial growth can ramp up. Cracked shells invite bacteria inside, so if you spot even a small fracture, it's prudent to throw the egg out. The same advice applies if the egg smells strange or appears discolored. Toss it out for your safety. If you're still watching, let me know by commenting 4 down below. And if you aren't already a subscriber, now's a great time to sign up and enable notifications. Your involvement lets us keep creating high-value, informative content. Onward we go. Number 5, pairing eggs with unhealthy cooking oils. A final prevalent error is frying eggs in the wrong type of oil. Eggs supply excellent protein, good fats, and key nutrients, but choosing the wrong oil can negate some of these advantages. A number of processed vegetable oils break down at high temps, forming toxic byproducts that damage your health over the long haul. If you're frying eggs with margarine or refined seed oils like canola, corn, or soybean, you might be generating trans fats and oxidized lipids. These harmful fats can amplify inflammation and raise the likelihood of heart disease, and they have even been correlated with cognitive decline in older adults. As opposed to healthier fats, trans fats can hinder normal cell operations. And for seniors, chronic inflammation ties in closely with numerous age-related ailments like arthritis and cardiovascular troubles. Consider Frank, 78, who cooked his eggs in vegetable oil daily, never realizing it could be a problem. After discovering the health risks of these heavily processed oils, he switched to more natural options like butter and olive oil. In only a short while, he felt less lethargic and found his digestion to be smoother. It was a small but meaningful switch in his daily routine. Another aspect is the smoke point. Many vegetable oils have low smoke points, meaning they degrade rapidly when subjected to high heat. This breakdown produces free radicals, which harm cells and may accelerate aging. If you routinely fry your eggs at high temperatures with these oils, you could be unknowingly increasing your body's oxidative stress. A superior option is to use stable, heat-tolerant fats. Butter, ghee, extra virgin olive oil, and coconut oil all work well with eggs, enriching flavor while also giving you beneficial nutrients that support heart and brain function. Avocado oil is another great pick if you'd like a high smoke point and a good balance of monounsaturated fats. The takeaway here is that how you cook can be every bit as important as what you cook. While eggs offer impressive nutritional value, frying them in the wrong oil can shift them from a health-friendly choice to one that promotes inflammation and potential disease. Making even a small improvement in your cooking techniques can make a big difference in maintaining your well-being. Now that we've gone over these 5 pitfalls, think about your own egg cooking habits. Eggs rank among the healthiest foods around, but even small variations in storage, preparation, and cooking methods can be the difference between supporting your health or unknowingly putting it at risk. The encouraging news? It's not difficult to sidestep these mistakes. And once you do, you can go on enjoying eggs with confidence that they're genuinely benefiting your body. If you've been cooking eggs to the point they're rubbery or browned, turn the heat down for better nutrient retention and less oxidation. If you've been consuming eggs raw or only half-cooked, switch to fully cooked eggs to steer clear of foodborne illnesses. And don't neglect proper food handling. Storing your cooked eggs safely in the fridge and using airtight containers can stop bacterial growth. Checking for cracks and freshness dates may be new for you, but it can save you from a nasty bout of food poisoning. Lastly, your choice of cooking oil can either add to or subtract from the overall healthfulness of your meal. Using healthier oils like olive oil, butter, coconut oil, or avocado oil lets you steer clear of extra inflammation and ensures you receive the full array of nutrients eggs have to offer. Thank you for spending time with us today. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below with one thing that caught your attention and how you plan to apply it. Your feedback inspires us and keeps us going. If you found this video valuable, a like, a subscription, or a share would mean the world to us, and it helps us continue producing informational and inspiring content. Thank you for watching, and we hope to see you again soon.